Well, good morning, everybody. How are you today? It's your buddy Uncle Bruce, and it's Monday. Welcome to Monday. Welcome all of my lurkers, subscribers, lurker subscribers. Welcome members, chilling with Uncle Bruce members, Gold Bagel members, and welcome anyone else who's just kind of wondering, well, what's this guy doing? Well, how come he hasn't got any fancy stuff behind him? This show is lame. Welcome to the lamest show on YouTube. All we do here is we try to figure out what's going on in the markets in plain English, what's happening out there. And then we try on top of that to make money in a bear market. And there's a lot of discussion here about writing options against shares you have and bringing in income from assets that are generally dormant. Especially those of you who've been sitting on stocks for years and years. Man, you guys really deserve a lot better than what you've been getting. Look, a public company loves its shareholders. A public company loves shareholders that don't do anything. They're the greatest because these people they don't ever contact management. They don't ever become activist investors. They don't ever rock the boat. They don't ever question management's decisions. They never want to know whether the management, flies around the world in private jets on the dime of the company, whether it's, what's the word I'm looking for, justified or not. They love shareholders like that. Oh God, they love you guys because they've got your money, they've got your so-called investment in the company, but really they don't have your money. I should correct myself here. I shouldn't mislead you. When you buy stock from the open stock market, the money doesn't go to the company. The money goes to another shareholder who's selling. The only way you can buy stock in Apple right now is if you get it from someone who's getting out. That's the only way you're getting stock in Apple. Now, if you're going to write options on Apple, you got to get 100 shares, and then you can write one option against 100 shares. Now, the company doesn't get that money either. If you write a call option on Apple for say a month or two out, and you bring in say I don't know, let's say you bring in 750 a contract or something like that, $8 a contract. That money goes to you because you sold the option to the option buyer. The option buyer isn't the company. The option buyer is a gambler on the floor of the options market. And this is virtual. There's no floor. It's all computer. So there's a gambler in one house somewhere in the world on their device buying a call option. You're the writer of the contract. You're creating it. You're doing it from this as well. And this money transfers from their account and their brokerage platform to your brokerage platform to your account instantaneously. So this morning, if you're going to write a call option on Apple for $8 a contract, within a minute of the trade being done, you can take a look at the balance of your account and you'll see, oh, there's $800 American money sitting in my account. I've got a credit. Well, hot diggity dog. And if during the day Apple shares lose $1, it's possible that during that day, if the shares dip $1, your contract's value won't be at 8. They might be 770 or 765 for a while, depending on the contract and how much in the money it is, out of the money is, how far it is, and on and on and on and on, all the factors, which you would learn if you take my classes. Go to my website, stockmarkerswithbruce.ca, and learn how to write options and whatever. Anyway, with that information in hand, you're sitting there going, oh, wow, gee, I brought in $800, and those contracts are at $760. I'm already up $40. Now, the guy who bought that call from you, the person who, used their device to buy it, they're down $40. All right. So what's the psychology of both people here? The stock moves, but it always moves up and down like any other stock does. Markets move up and down like market. And everyone accepts that. The gambler who dropped $800 is saying, I'm giving you $800 because I think in the next 60 days, Apple shares could go higher than they are right now. That's what I feel. The creator of the option, the writer, is going, I feel that in the next 60 days or less, the shares are going to be around this neighborhood, give or take a little bit. They might be a bit higher, but not a lot higher. And they could be a bit lower, maybe not too much lower, but a bit lower. As an option writer, the option writer is going, look, I'm an Apple shareholder, okay? I own 100 shares of Apple. I love this company. I'm never going to sell my stock. You can do this with Intel shares, Cisco shares, Moderna shares. You can do this with Pfizer shares, HP, whatever shares you want to write on, GameStop, on and on goes. I'm never selling these shares. I've had them for years. I'm not going to sell them, but I want to be paid to hold them. I've decided to become a landlord and charge rent to my stock. So I'm going to write this insurance policy, this option, and I'm going to say to the market, you give me $800, I'll let you buy my stock from me for the next 2 months at a set price, might be $5 higher a share than it's trading at right now. So instead of you going out there and buying 100 shares yourself, why don't you give me $800? You've got an option on my stock. I'll give you the option to buy it if you want to at a set price. And if the shares do go up $10 a share in the next week or two, this contract is probably going to go to 10, 11, 12 bucks in value. You'll just sell it to somebody else. You bought it off of me for 8, you'll sell it in the options market because the market is always moving. The options are always trading. There's many of them out there. And you're just going, hey, I'm easy going. I'm prepared to take the gamble that my shares are unlikely to surge dramatically from here because they've had a good run already, and I'm going to take this premium. If both of you are right, and the shares go up $1 a week for 3 weeks in a row, they just, they trade a little higher and then go down a little bit. And they trade a little higher and after 3 weeks, the shares are $3 higher share. The person that wrote the $8 contract, most of you here on this channel, you're sitting there going, this is great. This is fantastic. My shares are up $3 a share. The contract I created at $8 is trading at $7. Now, you're looking at me going, how the heck is that possible? Why would a contract trade at $7 if a stock went up $3? In like 3 weeks? Where are you coming from? What crap are you making up, buddy? Because there's always something with you guys on YouTube. You guys talk about easy money but there's always a catch, isn't there? Well, yeah, here is the catch. You wrote a contract that had 2 months of time left on it when you created it. You sold it for $8 with 2 months to go. It doesn't have 2 months left to go. It's got 5 weeks of life left in it. We've lost 3 weeks of time. Of course, that contract is going to shrink in value. Remember, you were out of the money when you wrote it. You wrote a call $5 out of the money, that contract. It's now still $2 out of the money, and there's only 5 weeks left to go before this contract runs out of time. And if those shares don't go up another $2.01, those contracts will be out of the money. They'll be worthless in 5 weeks. And so really, at $7, that might be a generous value. It might only be trading at 6.25, because every day that goes by is another less day the contract has to live, and the stock has time to move. It's running out of time to move to where it was supposed to go to. The gambler that bought the call for $8 was saying, I think it's going up $10 in the next little while. It's only gone up 3. It didn't go up 10. It went up 3. It has 7 more to go. But here's the bad news, really bad news, not for you, the option gambler. If the shares do go up another $7 in the next 5 weeks, and at the end of the contract's run, on the very last day that the contracts are still trading, the shares are $5 higher than the price that the contract was exercisable at, the contract is only worth $5. Wait a minute, hold it a second now. You're sitting there going, now, Bruce, now don't confuse me now. Stop with this. You told me I got $8 for the contract. Yes. And when I sold that contract, it had 2 months to go. Yes. And it was $5 out of the money. Yes. The shares have gone up $10. Yes. Why didn't that guy with the options make any money? The problem was that the stock didn't go up $10 the next week. It went up $10 over 8 weeks. And here's the problem for the option guy who paid 8. They're looking at a contract that's worth $5 because on the very last day the contract trades, it'll trade at its book value. The book value of that contract is $5 a share because the stock went up a total of 10, $5 out of the money to $5 in the money. The writer who wrote those contracts for 8 can buy them back on the last day for 5. Pocket the $3 a contract in profit, $300 a contract in the writer's pocket. But the stock that the writer owned went up in value $10 a share during that time frame. So actually, the writer of the contract is not only richer by $10 a share, because that's how much they moved up in value, they're up another $3 in time premium that they secured. Made $13 a share in 8 weeks. Something wrong with making $13 a share in 8 weeks on a $140 stock, $150 stock? Nothing wrong with that. If you can do that 6 times a year, again, this is all theoretical. You make $13 6 times a year, every 2 months doing this, you're bringing in just under $80 a year on Apple stock. Well, it's trading at $140, isn't it? $140, $150. That's more than half them. That's more than 50% profit. Yeah, that's right. That's right. That's more than 50% profit if the stock were to do what I just said it would do. However, let's just say for fun, it only went up $5 for the 2-month time window. It did go up $1 a week for a while, and then it petered out, and it ended up $5 from where you wrote the call at, which is at book value. That contract is exercisable at, say, I don't know, 155, and the stock is 155, just whatever. You got $800 when you sold that call. What is the call worth on the last day it's alive? Nothing. It has no value because the stock isn't worth more than the call contract is exercisable at. There is no value for the contract. You keep all $800. So, okay, hold it. Stock went up $5 and you're up $8 on your contract and your stock went up $5. You made $13. Yes, you did. You made $13 writing a contract that went to zero and your stock went up $5 in the meantime. You, the writer, are $13 richer anyway. Whether it goes up $5 or $10, you're going to make money. Isn't that the weirdest thing? Now, the gambler who paid $8 for that contract, if they did nothing and just waited for the stock to have that shot to the moon that never came, that person watched their $800 evaporate little by little by little. $1 a week, it probably evaporated on them, give or take. And it's worthless. They lost all $800. And so that's where the $800 profit comes from for the option writer. The writer is saying to the buyer, hey, pal, I offered you a contract for $800 and gave you a shot at my stock for 2 months at this price, $155 a share. You didn't want to buy the stock at $150 a share because you didn't have $15,000 to buy 100 shares. So I gave you an option for just $800 on my 15 grand worth of stock. Unfortunately for you, the stock didn't go to 160.65 like you thought it might have. And so you lost $800. Too bad. But hey, scrounge up another $800 and we'll play another option. And that's what happens. Of course, these buyers who pay $8 for these contracts, they might give up the ghost when they reach $6 and go, it's not happening. I'm going to dump this thing. They sell the contract for $6 with still 6 weeks to go. And they lick their wounds. Well, I'll find another couple $100 and buy an $800 contract in something else, or in Apple, but another contract that is exercisable at a different price that might have more time on it, whatever their issue is. Apple contracts are some of the most popular contracts out there. They trade like crazy. And that's how viewers on this channel make money. We're the writers. Well, you guys are the writers. I don't trade or write anything. I'm your opinionator. I give you my opinion and I'll try to educate you on how it's done. But if you go to this website right here, stockmarketswithbruce.ca, not only will you learn how to write stock options on some stock you own, you can do something else. How about writing stock options on stock you don't own? What? I can write an option on stock I don't have. Why, yes, you can. Well, how the heck do you do that? Well, what you end up doing is you buy what's called a deep in the money call option. And now you're going, wait, hey, hold it, hold it. No, no, weren't you just telling us about the sap that paid $8 for a contract and lost it all? You want me to be that sap now? And I'm saying, well, not that sap. No, no, I want you to be a different kind of sap, the one that just sucks money out of people. You buy a call option on Apple that is way below what the stock is trading at. If the stock's at 150, you're buying contracts that are like 80s or 70s or something like that. What you need to do is you need to buy a call option with a lot of book value and very little time value. The perfect marriage would be 90% of the price of the contract you're buying is book value, and 10% of the contract value is time value or less. So if you've got a 90-10 contract where most of what you're paying for it is book value and it has a long time to live, it's not a 2-month contract, it's not a 4-month contract, it's not an 8-month contract, it's a 2-year contract. You're looking at 2025 contracts deep in the money. That's what you're looking for. If it costs you $8,000 to buy that contract, that's not an unfair price to pay for a contract probably worth $7,200, $7,300. It's worth $7,200, $7,300, but you're paying $8,000 for it. The difference is time value. That's cheap time value for 2 years. Now, what happens is, since you have one of these, or 2 or 5 or 10 or 20 or how many you can afford, for every contract you own, way down here, deep in the money, you can write a short-term contract over here. So now you can write a 155 contract, $5 out of the money from where the stock is trading at, for a month or two. Let's say you sell an $8 contract. Hello, sound familiar? You sell a contract for $8 against a contract you just paid 80 to get, and it has less than 2 months or so to live, give or take. The objective of the game is to take in $800 from an option sap and buy them back at a lower price. That's the name of the game. It's called keep the change as far as an option writer is concerned. You could play the game where I'm not going to do anything for 2 months. I'm going to let this die worthless. Well, you could do that. The most number of contracts you would be able to write, it would be 6 a year. You have an almost 2-year contract, maybe a 23-month contract on your hands. You're probably going to be able to write maybe 10 contracts. Now, if you were able to write 10 contracts every time, and you could make $8 net profit every time, because every time you wrote a contract, you're a genius. The contract expires worthless. You'll clear $80. Well, you'll make $80 on these contracts that you wrote, bought, and let expire. This contract over here, what's it worth at the end of 23 months? Well, the question is, what's the stock trading at? And what's the value of that deep in the money contract? If the stock is the same price today as it was 23 months ago, then your call is worth $7,200, $7,300. You've lost $800 on that call, maybe. What is that $800 loss? 1 year and 11 months of time value shrunk away. Only the book value is left on that deep in the money call. It's deep in the money. And so it costs you $800 out of your contract to write 10 contracts at $8 a piece and score an $80 profit. So you cleared $72 a share on that contract. That's $7,200 profit, and the contract is still worth $7,200. You've taken $8,000 and turned it into $14,400 in 13 months or 23 months. Not bad, but that's not how it's going to go. No, it doesn't go that way. What happens is people write the $8 contract. Oh, they do. Whether they hold the stock or whether they hold a deep in the money call, they write the $8 contract. They buy them back for way less money, but they don't wait until the end. What they're looking for is in the first 30 days of the 60 days that the contract has left to live, can they buy the call back for maybe a third of the price, or 40% of the price, or a quarter? If the shares actually, they do fluctuate. We do know that. Shares go up and down and up and down. Sometimes they have an uptrend. Sometimes they have a downtrend, but other times they just kind of flatline. But they will move $1 or $2 each direction from the middle. So Apple could go from 150 to 155 to 145. That wouldn't be unreasonable over, say, a month or so. It fluctuates $5 or $10 up or down over a month. Well, as an option writer, if you've written a call when the stock was 150 for $8, and 2 weeks later, 3 weeks later, the stock is trading around 145, 46, something like that, that means it's gone down $3 or $4 a share, maybe $4.50 a share. Those calls of yours are further out of the money now, which means their value is dropping even faster than normal shrinkage from time. But 2 weeks down the road, 3 weeks down the road, a month down the road, half the time is gone in a month. And if the contracts have dropped, the price of the stock has dropped $3, $4, that's compounded the value of that $8 contract much worse, much lower. So time value took half of it away. It's a $4 contract instead of an $8 contract, because when you sold it, it was worth only time. It had no book value. Now that the stock is $3, $4 lower at this moment, these calls might be trading at 250, 225. You'll buy them back. You'll buy that call back. And you're going to turn around now and go, well, this call only had 1 month left to live. I sold it for $8. I bought it back for between $2 and $250 a contract. I keep the rest of the money, $550 odd on that is my money. That goes against this $8,000 contract I bought. That there's a return there of about 7%, 7%, something like that. I get to keep that money. Great. Now I can write a new call. Well, it's only been a month. You can write another call. Well, what call do you write now? Well, you look out 2 months and go, well, let's write another call that has 2 months to go and is out of the money. What can I sell for $8? Ballpark. Is there a call out there for $750, $850, somewhere in range? You find it and go, oh yeah, there's one. It's $5 out of the money. The stock is at 140, 147 or something like that, 146 from 150 down a little bit. I'm going to write a 151, 152 contract, good for 2 months. I'm going to bring in $8 again from another contract, SAP. $800 in my account. The $500 I had is still in my account. I got $1,300 sitting in my account, cash. And I'm looking to buy this call back for less money. Either the time is going to give it to me, depreciating stock price, a slowly appreciating stock price. One way or the other, this call is not going to be $8 a month from now, 3 weeks from now, 6 weeks from now. Somewhere in the future, it's going to depreciate in value, and I'm the guy who's going to buy it back for less money. Can I make another $5 net profit on the second call? Or do I end up with a $350 profit, a $550 profit? It depends on the stock's performance, the market itself, and time. But a month, 3, 5 weeks, 6 weeks from now, let's say you do buy it back at $2.50. You made another $500 on the call, or $550 on the call. Now you have $1,000 cash in your account, and you're writing another 2-month call for $800. Well, if you average every month a turnover like this, you're going to do 12 turnovers a year. And the contract you bought, these deep in the money calls, they have 23 months to live. So in theory, you could do this 23 times. In theory, that's $115 in profit. The other example was what, 80 or something, or $72 in net profit. Here it's 115 less the 700 you're going to lose in time premium, or 800 you're going to lose in time premium. You're taking out $107 a share in 2 years. Not bad. Now, of course, as you do these rollovers and you build cash, you have $500, now you have $1,000, and you got $1,500. Sooner or later, you're going to have $8,000 in there. Guess what you do now? You buy another deep in the money call for $8,000. Now that one is a 2-year out call. And it's not the same call you have already. It's the one that's going 2 years out. Deep in the money call, 2 years out, $80 contract. And now you're writing 2 calls at a time. One against this first call that you have. And now the second call you're writing on it. You're writing 2 call contracts at a time. They're the same contracts. They're $8 each. And you're looking to buy them back for around $2.50, $3. And if you score a $500 profit per contract, you're now making $1,000 at a time. 8 of those turnovers, You buy a third deep in the money call, and now you're writing 3 contracts. It adds up very quickly and multiplies very quickly. Those of you who can afford 5 calls right away, $40,000 investment, you're going to write 5 calls right away. And if you're clearing $2,500 a turnover, 3 turnovers, there's $7,500. Find another $500 in your, change purse at home, and now you bought the 6th call. Now you've got 6 of them. You're writing 6 calls at a time, turning 3,000 over at a $5 profit. It's just that simple. And after 2 or 3 of those, the 7th call, you're bringing in $3,500. 2 to 3 of those, the 8th call, and on and on. The deep in the money calls pile up. The leverage piles up. The earnings pile up. And some of you out there are saying to me, Bruce, I'm desperately trying to quit my day job. I don't want to work anymore. Can I make enough money writing calls to get out? And on Apple, you're going to need more covered calls than just 5 or 6. And they're expensive because it's an expensive stock. On GameStop, people are saying, I'm buying these $10 deep in the money calls, these $13 deep in the money calls. Some of you are doing 15 deep in the money calls. 2 years out, again, the 90-10 rule has to be observed. But you're saying to me, I don't have to pay $8,000 to get one of these. I can buy a deep in the money call on GameStop for like $1,400 on the 10s. The 13s are about $1,000 or so. The 15s are about $800, $1,000, depending on the value of the contract. 90-10 rule. You have to be disciplined. But when you acquire them, if you've got $20,000 lying around that you can get your hands on, and you can buy $20,000 worth of deep in the money calls at $2,000 a call, it gets you 10. At $1,500 a call will get you 13. You can write 13 calls on GameStop, and we talk about here bringing in $4 premiums all the time. Again, about 2-month out contracts, give or take. You can bring in $400 13 times. That is $5,200 in cash coming in the front door. How much of that can you hang on to? Do you give back $2,000 of that and keep $3,200? That'll get you another 2 deep in the money calls. Now you have 15. Now you're writing 15 at 4. That's 6,000 coming in. And if you can score $3,000 to $3,500 of that, you're now writing 17 calls, and so on. And it just multiplies out. And it's what's happening here on this channel right now. And it doesn't matter which stock you play with. You can do the same with all of them. Some are more conservative, some are a little more aggressive. It's all up to you. How young are you? How old are you? How risk adverse are you? How active you want to be on this? That's what we talk about here all the time. If you're new to this channel, we talk about how we try to leverage up what we have, generate income in the front door, give very little of it back, keep the rest for ourselves, grow our portfolios, or you write 50 calls at a time at $4 a call. That's $400 a contract times 50 contracts. That's $20,000 coming into you. And you're trying to buy those calls back for $6,000, $7,000, $8,000, $9,000. You want to keep the 11, 12, 13 of that. If you do pull in 10 or 11 or 12,000 on a monthly rotation basis, you figure you need 5,000 a month to live on. You pull 5,000 out of your account to pay your home bills and everything else, and leave the rest in the account to grow the number of options you're writing. And you're self-employed. You're working as an asset manager. You're writing call options for a living. And you might have as little as 15, 20, 30,000 that you started with, and you blew this into more and more and more and more covered calls to the point when you got to 50, you're going, that's it. There's the number, Bruce. As soon as I hit 50 covered calls at $4 a shot, I'm not working anymore. I'm not working for somebody else. I'm working for myself. And I'm at home now watching the market through my laptop, my big ass iPad, my phone, and I'm trading options. Some of you will have 50 calls in one stock. Some of you will have 10 calls in 5 different stocks. It doesn't matter. You can have it at 225s, 315s, and whatever. It's up to you what you want to write options on. It's not up to me. It's up to you what makes you feel comfortable. You want to diversify your portfolio into 4 or 5 stocks, do your thing. Nothing wrong with that. If you feel though that you can't do permanent cover calls, it just doesn't sit well with me, Bruce. I can't get it through my mind. I don't feel comfortable. I only want to write stock options on stock. Well, then great. You write stock options on stock. And so when you have enough cash to buy another 100 shares, you pick up a second 100 shares. Now you write the second contract and the third and the fourth and so on. Yes, of course. It might be a little slower, but it's the same game. You're going to write calls on stock. And that's all right. There's no expiry date on stock. So sure, you don't have to worry about that. Anyway, if you want to learn how all this is done, and there's a lot to learn, as you've probably figured out listening to me rant away here for 30 minutes, there are 14 lessons available on this website right here. That stockmarketswithbruce.ca right there. That's Canada. I'm a Canuck. Head over to my website and check it out. You'll find the classes. There's a tab that says classes. Click on that, and there you'll see all 14 classes. And where do you start on how to do all this? Class number 1. Do yourself a favor. Keep it simple, stupid. Start with class number 1. Even if you have experience in this market, you better start at class number 1, because I will tell you, this happens so many times. I get emails and comments where people say, I've been trading for 10 years, and I thought I was, the king of my castle here. And then I watched class number 1, and I learned stuff in there I never knew existed. Because what I'm giving you is my experience from 1979 to now, being in the business, being in the brokerage business. I was a stockbroker starting in 1979. And I was a branch manager of a firm. I had 25 salesmen working under me. I had 10 support staff working with me. I mean, I'm running an office of 35 people with just crises all over the place. Management from head office breathing down my neck, getting it from underneath and above as the manager. So I have a lot of experience in this whole thing. I took a company public with a buddy of mine many years ago, and I was the president of a publicly traded company at one time. So I've been the president of a publicly traded company, the branch manager of a brokerage firm. I was a stockbroker. I have a lot of experience from many angles of this market. And inside the classes are a lot of little tidbits of info that you will quickly figure out, oh, I didn't know that. Oh, I see what he's talking about. I didn't know they did that. I didn't know brokerage firms did it that way. I didn't know institutions did that. You're going to learn all about the options market along with some stock market info, how options actually are created, how they trade, how they appreciate, depreciate, how people think about what they're doing when they're into the options, why do institutions do it? Why do individuals do or do not do this? You're going to quickly learn in lesson 1, 2, 3, 4, a whole lot of stuff. You're going to go, okay, I knew 60% of it, but I didn't know 40% of that stuff. Now I do. I'm going to rewatch these classes from time to time just to remind myself what's going on. These are 1.5 hours to 2 hours each. This is not a 5-minute quick little wham bam thank you man course. This is 1.5 to 2+ hours each course, which you can watch as many times as you want. There are 14 of them so far. This is not a joke. This isn't a game. And this isn't the thing where, in 15 minutes, I'll show you how you can become self-employed. That's not it. If you're coming here for that, you are on the wrong spot. Boy, are you in the wrong place. No, you better want to dedicate some serious time to this to really take this over. Because if you honestly want to quit your day job, or you honestly want to take control of your retirement, you're approaching your 50s and 60s, and you're looking at your retirement account and going, that sucker over there isn't big enough to carry us. My wife and I wanted to travel when we were retiring. We can't get out of town with a tank of gas with the amount of money we got going over there. This account has to be built up. Or you're already retired. You're already 66, 68, and you're going, we are draining our savings. We are draining this away. We were hoping that our house was going to keep going up in value, and it stopped doing that, and it started to back off, and our plans have been thrown upside down, or everything is now, button down the hatches and don't spend on this and don't spend on that because our nest egg is drying out. If you're in that position, this might be for you. What's the good news? I'm not asking you for $5,000 and $10,000 for me to show you how to do this. There are guys who will ask you for that. There are those out there who will ask you for 10, 20, 30 plus $1,000 for 1 year of their time to help you do what I'm telling you about. No, I don't do that. I have classes. That's it. I got classes. They're $150 each, and you can buy one at a time. You don't have to buy them all. I recommend you do over time, yeah, but buy one and watch one. Buy number two and watch number two. Buy number three and what? Take your time. One class a week, one class every day or two, whatever your speed, comfort level. You're hanging out here listening and reading these comments from the folks who are here all the time. You're getting a feel for it. You're hanging out listening to me, getting a feel for it. Now you'll do the classes when I'm not on the air, perhaps, and you'll pick that up, and now it'll all start to make sense. I'm trying to get you to understand the options market. There's the stock market, the options market, the futures market, the bond market. There's the currency markets. There's all kinds of markets. The options market is kind of connected to the stock market in an indirect kind of way, and you better learn how this works. And there are trillions of dollars changing hands in the options market all the time. All the time. It is humongous. And as of right now, today, February the 6th, 2023, and has been now for almost a year, option volumes are at record highs. There are more options trading between investors now than ever before. And why is that? Many reasons. One being this little thingy right here, this little piece of silicon allows people to buy and sell stock anywhere they are, and it allows them to buy and sell contracts, option contracts, wherever they are. The second reason why there's so much trading going on in options is that there's this belief in the options world that it's a lottery ticket. You could buy an option on Google, and if Google goes up $40 a share in like a month, you could take $1,000 and turn it into $20,000. That is the talk out there. Wrong. Technically correct. Technically, I can show you a graph that I can make up that'll show you how that would work. But in real life, no, not going to happen. Very, 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 very rarely, 0.0001% of option buyers actually win a lottery ticket payoff. Most option players flip a contract if they can make 40, 50, 100% on their money. Most of them. Some of them will want double, triple their money before they go. Very few ever hang out for much more than that, and they never get it, because there are stocks that do go up in price from time to time, sure, but they don't last very long. And then when the market figures it out, when investors realize, oh, stock so-and-so is up 25% in the last week, I'm getting in. I'm going to get in and buy options. This thing's going to keep on going. Really? It's going to keep on going. Really? It's really going to keep on going. It has to now go up another 20% for you to make a dime on this thing. Now that's a 45% gain from beginning to where you make your first dime. How much higher do you think this is going? Why would a stock go up 70% in 3 weeks just because it went up 40% already? Now your odds of success are less than 1%. The winners are the ones who write the options, created them, gave these gamblers the option to buy. That's where you come in here on this channel. You're offering the SAPs, the contracts. You can go on YouTube all you want. You can go on to Google all you want. And you can go to, all these websites out there, all of these, what do they call them? Class instruction websites where you can find hundreds, I'm certain of it, hundreds of people, mainly males, that offer you the opportunity to learn how to trade options and, in some cases make fabulous money or great income or what have you. And these gentlemen are anywhere from 23 to 40 years of age mostly. And then there's a few ancients like me, 45 and older, maybe 10% of us. And all of those guys, almost like 95% of them all of those are trying to tell you how to buy a contract to sell a contract. They're trying to show you momentum trades. They're trying to show you graphs and you see how a stock is moving. And this is where you buy a contract and then you sell it here. They'll try to sell you on a spread trade of some kind and risk your downside risk and complicated stuff that's just way over the top. And I look at this and I go, if you are 35 years old and working full time right now and you're trying to get out of your day job, you don't have the time in your life to be a complicated trader of this kind of stuff. And the odds of success are 1 in 10. If you're a retiree, this is the last thing you want to be doing. I mean, the rumors you hear all the time about people losing money in the options market, this is where this is happening. This is where these come from. You don't want to be a 65, 68, 70-year-old trying to figure out how to buy and sell options. That's not what you're there for. What you really want to do is do what the banks are doing, the insurance companies are doing, the pension funds, the mutual funds, the hedge funds, the large institutional outfits that are there, of which there are thousands around the world, thousands, maybe tens of thousands, that are 500 million and up in value. Like we're talking big institutional traders, and then 50 billion, 100 billion in size. They all have employees inside their firms that specialize in writing options. They do buy options as well, by the way. These institutions don't just write, they also buy options, but we're not going to compete with those guys. That's a land of sharks. You don't want to be there. You want to be the one feeding the sharks and then giving it the hook and taking a fish out of the water. That's what you want to be. You want to be feeding the fish and then grabbing one. Be a writer and go to the side where it's way more conservative, a lot easier to handle, and the odds of success are much, much higher, depending on how you write your option contracts. You can be an option writer and be a stupid gambler. Oh, yes, you can. But you can also be an option writer and go calculated risk against this failure here. The odds in my favor, 90, 95%. I like this. I like this game. This I can play. Is your entire portfolio on the line on every trade you make? No. That's the other important thing to understand. If you play options with a decent amount of capital as an option writer, you're not going to write options on just one stock that you have or one deep in the money call you have. You're going to have a variety of stocks or deep in the money calls that you're going to use to write options against. And you might be writing 5 or 8 or 10 different contracts over 5 or 10, 8 different entities. Once you understand it, again, coming back to the classes, you want to take all my 14 classes, you better have about 30 hours of time to sit there and absorb it. And you can't do that in a day. You can't do it in a week. You can watch my classes and binge watch them in a week, sure, but you're not going to retain it, not going to help you. You're going to have to take some time, like a college course, to absorb this information and hang out here for a little while and watch what these folks are talking about. Read these comments and become a little more familiar with what the hell's going on. It's the rest of your life that I'm talking about trading options, not the next 3 weeks or 6 months. And this isn't a one-off trade. You can't just come in here, take some classes, write a contract and go, okay, I'm retired now. That contract went from $8 to $3. I made $500 a contract. I wrote 10 contracts. I made $5,000. My work here is done. That's not how it works. You do not make $1 million on a single trade writing options, not around here. No, around here, you are grinding out the dough. You're allowing the market to just keep spitting out money to you. It's like a slot machine that used to dribble quarters all the time. That kind of thing. You put your hand under there. Remember the old days in Vegas? You put your hand under the quarter thing, and you got a whole bunch of quarters, and you put it in your plastic bucket, and then you put it back under, and then your hands are all dirty. Remember that? Well, that's how you do it. You're sitting there, and after a minute, you got 15, 25, $30 a quarters. Throw them in. You're doing this. Well, here, writing options, it's not uncommon where you write a call for $8 or 5 or 10 or 20 or 30 or 50 of these. And every day or two, they go down a dime, 15, 20 cents a day. The thing you have to understand is if a call option drops 10 cents in value, that's $10 profit to you. That's a $10 gain to you. You got one of them, that's $10. You got 10 of them, you made $100. You got 100 of them, that's $1,000 a day. In shrinkage, these will shrink in value. And there comes a point in time where you'll say to yourself, I can now write enough calls where if I can score $1 net profit on a contract position, even if I write a call for $5 and buy it for $4, or I write one for $6.50 and buy it for $5.50, I write one for $12 and I buy it for $11, I write one for $2 and I buy it for $1. If I can get $1 a contract to me in a month, I can write enough of those, I can not work for anybody. And that might be 50 contracts. 50 contracts at $100 a contract is $5,000 a month. Now that might be your bottom line. I need $5,000 a month, and I'll have to pay taxes on that, which is capital gains, 15% in America. It's not a bad tax bill, $750. You keep $4,250. That's pretty good. For a lot of you, you're looking at that going $4,250 a month. We can live on that. We can live on $4,250. That is doable. Now, some of you might say, I got to get to 70 contracts. I need 7,000 less that 15% leaves us 6. There's the number. Everybody has their own number. It's okay. You'll build your position until you get there. That's the name of the game. You don't make it in one trade. You make it over a series of trades. And this is why I talk about this first example. Wasn't sexy. It was just pragmatic and reasonable. With a typical move of the stock, write a call, buy them back, write new calls, buy them back over time. There you go. Welcome to the party, pal. This is the Nakatomi Tower, and we rule this thing. Mr. Takagi did not take the classes. And unfortunately, Mr. Takagi, with his lovely suit, will not join us for the rest of his life. He didn't take the classes. He didn't understand the codes. You want to learn how to write options, you better invest some time into it. Yeah, it's $150 a class. The huckster is pushing $150 classes whenever you're ready. There's 14 of them. Yep, that'll run you $2,100. Yep. And if you do it over 6 months, great. You can write options while you're taking the classes. It happens all the time around here. People take 3 or 4 classes and they start to write one here and one there and one there. And then they figure out, oh my God, I wrote 2 contracts on this stock and I made $400. That's 2 classes paid for and I got 100 left over. Hello, I'm making class money while I'm taking the classes. Some of you have written 10 calls out there. You've hauled in $2,000 in profits and you went, that's 2,000 of the 2,100 I need for all the classes. Yeah, this is chump change. All right. I'm not asking you for $30,000 and a 2-year commitment of your life and all this crap. You don't have to buy the whole course. And now good luck watching it all. 1 class at a time, your pace when you're ready. And if you can commit to that, there's a start. That's all you have to commit to. All right. That's all I have to say about that. If you do want to go beyond that, then you'll contact me directly and say, I've taken all your classes, or I've taken 7 of them, or 8 of them, or 2 of them, whatever it is. And I've started to write options. And I'm not getting something. I watched class number or whatever, and I still don't quite get this. Can you help me understand this a little bit more? That's when you're going to need a one-on-one session, because you've decided, I've talked to some other viewers about this, but I really want to talk to the guy himself. That's when you send me a private email, which is down below. and you'll say, I want a one-on-one with you. I know you do them on Sundays, 10 in the morning Eastern, noon Eastern, and 2 in the afternoon Eastern time. Every Sunday is when I do my one-on-one sessions. 3 a week. That's it, because I have a life, what's left of it. We'll sit around for an hour or so on camera so we can see each other and express each other with our fingers and our expressions. I'll figure out what you want to ask me. You'll figure out what I'm trying to tell you, and I'll help guide you through anything like that. Yes, one-on-one sessions are $400 for an hour. We're not here to play heads or tails for an hour. We're here to talk about making you money. You'll figure out pretty quickly, oh yeah, it took 10 minutes for the first $400 of advice to sink in, and then I had 50 minutes more with this guy. Yes, you will learn a lot in 1 hour one-on-one, unlike here, of course. But it's up to you. You decide how much you want to invest into this and how much you want to get into it, what you want to get out of it. I'm looking for people who ultimately want to pull out $30,000 a month. That's what I'm after here. I'm here to try to help people reach that $30,000 a month objective in income from option writing. Now, some of you might be just thrilled if you can bring in $2,500 a month, an extra $2,500 a month. I keep my day job, Bruce. My wife keeps her day job, but this extra $2,500, that makes all the difference in this household because of nagging little credit card outstanding balances, and we want to go on a holiday once in a while. Great. For some of you, it's no. It's my wife has to get out of her job. That's the number one priority. We got to make enough money for her to quit so the kids have mom, and dad will just keep plowing away. Or no, it's going to have to be mom and dad because we are bagged out. We are wiped out, tired. We can't keep this pace up. We hate our bosses. We're getting screwed with these bonuses and we have impossible targets to reach. We're out of here. They want us to go back to that damn cubicle. We're not going back. Get me out of this job, Bruce, for both of us. That's our objective. And others of you, Bruce, we don't work anymore. We're retired. We got 100,000, 300,000. We got $4 million. We got tons of money. We just are not getting any return on it. We'd like to take a percentage of our capital and put it to work in option writing and give it a shot for a year or two. And if this really works out, we'll do more of it. But we want to just add to what we have now because it's for the kids and the grandkids and so on and so on. To each his own. There's no one answer here. Whatever works for you, I'm happy to try to help. All right. Thank you for hanging out this morning with me so far. We are 7 minutes away from trading and getting this market going. We're going to find out what this market wants to do. It has been negative all morning. We are down 182 on the Dow Jones at the moment. That's about a little over 0.5%. We're off 32 points on the S&P 500, 0.75 of a percentage point. And we have NASDAQ, excuse me, 128 lower, down 128, 1% on NASDAQ. Oil up 55 cents a barrel to 73.89. That's where we're at. The analysts out there, of which there are thousands, are watching all kinds of stuff, including the China debacle, the number of COVID cases that are hitting China, the rebound of the Chinese economy, the delay in that, the internal problems over there, the Hong Kong trials that are starting today with all these democracy people, former legislators who are now deemed enemy of the state because they dare to use the word democracy. They wanted a trial with judge and jury. That was rejected, which is amazing. And the ruler of Hong Kong, this former police guy that Beijing handpicked, you can imagine what his thinking is. He has picked the judges, handpicked the judges that these people will be tried by. What do you think the outcome of that trial is going to be? Yes, up to life sentences are possible for a bunch of these folks. And that is what Hong Kong is displaying to the rest of the world, while at the same time saying to us, hey, why don't you come on over for a visit? We're open for tourism, and this is a great place to hang out and spend your money. And why don't you do business with people like us? We're fantastic. Yeah, I think not. I think I'll pass. How about that? How about I won't do that? How I don't want to deal with a dictatorship and an outfit that puts people away for life for daring to say the word democracy. Wow. Yeah, I have a big problem with that. But again, that's my personal opinion. Up to you. If you guys are communist loving, tyrants, you want to go to Hong Kong and go in bed with these people, knock yourself out. But I'd be careful about wearing your Tiananmen Square T-shirt with Tank Man on the front. I wouldn't wear that through customs when you get there. Just be careful about that. Anyway, good old China and the Chinese. You got to love these morons. Unbelievable ineptness and cruelty to the nth degree. Oh, and then there's Iran. Well, I don't know why countries allow Iran to have an embassy in their country. I don't know why Canada, my country, allows Iran to have. Oh, maybe we don't. Maybe we don't allow. I don't think they do have a. That's good. We don't have one there. They don't have one here. Yeah, go somewhere else. You want to buy wheat? Buy it from somebody else. Don't buy it from us. Get it out of Ukraine. Why don't you? Get all the grain you want out of Ukraine? Oh, you can't. Oh yeah, your buddies, the Russians, have cut it all up. Oh well, that's too bad. Oh gosh, too bad. Gee whiz. Well, when the Iranians have had enough, the regime will change, but not yet. The regime is still allowed to shoot them and kill them and put them in jail. Until that stops. Yuck. What a mess. Am I glad I'm where I'm at? I'm very glad. Are you glad where you live? You should be. We're doing okay, I think. Welcome to the party, kids. There's a lot going on out there, and some of it ain't pretty. It just isn't pretty. Tomorrow, Mr. Powell has a speech. He's going to make a speech tomorrow afternoon. So the market's going to watch that very closely. The speech should be released about an hour before he speaks, and then it'll react to it, and we'll see how that all goes. There will be no press conference, though. It's just a speech. So we'll see what he says. I don't know. Whatever. Crazy. Fun times. Unfortunately, there's a earthquake, Turkey and Syria, killing over 2,000 people. I'm sure it'll be 10,000 by the time they figure it out. It's tragic. But then again, the building standards in ancient cities and towns. What do you think? Pretty rough. It's a sad story over there. And well, what can I say? We have 2 minutes to go before we start trading for the day. Thank you for joining me today. The thumbs ups you've been giving me already while I've been ranting away and talking about how you can change your life by writing stock options. Thank you all for all your support. And those of you who've been sending Jen and I emails all weekend long and telling us what we've meant to you and how we've helped you and how your accounts have been completely altered and how you used to lose money in the market up until a year ago or two and you discovered what we were talking about. Boy, do I love those emails. I just got to say, I do. I tell my friends about these and they're getting sick and tired about hearing about it. They're just kind of going, oh yeah, that's great. They think I'm making this up. But this is what you folks are probably running into as well. Some of you are doing very well in this marketplace. I mean, really, really, really well. And your friends and relatives are sick and tired of hearing about it because they're just going, yeah, okay, whatever. And you've said, hey, I'll watch this guy and you can hang out with Bruce yourself. You don't have to take my word for it. Even that doesn't work. Yeah, I know. So many of you are just going, I've given up, Bruce. I've tried to tell all my friends. I got a best friend of mine who's struggling financially so badly, and they won't even watch you for 10 minutes. What am I supposed to do? Well, it is life. It's life. What can I tell you? It's the way it is. We do what we can with what we have, and we move on from there. And I say, welcome to this party. And those of you who are successful here, fantastic. Larry Titus has rung the bells. Guess what? Some of you are going to start making money right now. And that's what we're here for. Let's see if money can be made by the greatest YouTube viewers YouTube has, you guys. Thank you, all of you out there who are hanging out here and just watching me. Every day you come through here and you watch us. We appreciate you so much. Those of you who are just lurkers and hanging around and learning how to write options and then that, and those of you who are here and have been have become subscribers of this channel. Really appreciate those of you who are subscribing to this channel. We do appreciate it. And then, of course, the ultimate compliment to this channel is for those of you who have decided that, boy, Bruce, we are, we're really happy with how this has been going. We really are thrilled with this. We want to become more involved with this channel. We'd really like to talk to you during trading hours right now. This next hour, you're going to be on the air. We want to ask you questions about our option positions. I want to talk to you right now about what's going on. Become a member. And they do. If folks become a member at the $10 a month level or the gold level at $25 a month, thank you for the ultimate compliment to this channel. It's one of the nicest things you can do for us is to become a member of the family, join our family here. I'm pretty sure you'll enjoy the gang around here. We do have some fun here. And we try to basically help each other out whenever there's a scenario. A lot of people ask questions of me. By the time I get to the question, it's been answered by 5 viewers because they've been here longer than you and all of that. So that's an advantage that you can take advantage of. Thank you all for becoming members of this channel. We've been growing our memberships the last month now. The last 3-4 weeks, we have added more viewers. More Gold Bagel members have joined in the last month than in the last 6 months, actually, which is really cool. I was thinking, why is that? It can't be me. There's no way, because I'm doing the same thing all the time. It can't be me. And I thought, no, it's SoFi. It's got to be so. SoFi shares went up from that $4 or $5 range to the $7, $8 range. People are tuning in because of SoFi. And I say, great. If you're happy with your SoFi and how it's going, we haven't even started yet on SoFi, but this is only the beginning. I'll take that. Wherever memberships come from, however they come in, fantastic. Don't forget, as a Gold Bagel member, you get to join me every morning around 8 o'clock Eastern for the pre-alert show. And then every Wednesday evening, 8 o'clock prime time, either live or you can watch it on a recording. Wednesday night primetime live for Gold Bagel members only. Become a Gold Bagel member immediately. Upgrade your membership and join that party because folks here really dig it. Yeah, Zeta State right there. It's Wednesday night primetime. There's the reason why he's here. And you notice that little picture of his over there? You see that avatar? You see that BMW logo? That's his car. That car is paid for from option premiums. He is out and out. Said it. Yes. Cool bean stuff. Whatever you want to make option premium for. New Beamer, new house payment, a cottage, good credit cards. I don't know. What do you want to, what do you want to do with the rest of your life? I want to write options. Let's go. Welcome all to the show. We're down 76 points on the Dow. I think we're down 76. We were down 150 on the pre-market. See how this market actually opens up here for real, because pre-market is only an indication. Yeah, 84, 86 points on the downside for the Dow. We're down 19 points on S&P. We're down 75 on NASDAQ. NASDAQ 0.61, S&P down 4.6, and the Dow down 0.23 of a percentage point. So not even half a point on the Dow or S&P. Oil up 51 cents a barrel. We're not going very far here, so cool. That's the story there. Stocks we're following all the time around here. We're following a combination of some former SPACs. There are about 8 of those, and then a bunch of stocks that people write options on and so on. We have Cyxtera down 8 cents. We've got GameStop up 27 cents to 22.52. ATIP, 44 cents. Can ATIP mount a charge and get over $1 and avoid being delisted on New York? That is the question. There are short sellers, I think, sitting on huge positions of short sales on ATIP. And I think they've shorted it from $2 down to 25 cents. And they're trying to keep it down here under $1. And I'm curious to see, will there be a rush of buyers to squeeze these guys out, where the stock goes up over $1.25 to $1.50, and all of a sudden they have to buy back, and now it's back to $3 a share. That's what I wonder about. ATIP isn't going out of business. They're not in trouble economically, so the stock is being held down by short sellers. Personally, that's what I think is going on. Tesla's up 729. How about that? 197.27. I don't know how long this can last. Tesla is going to try to hit $200 a share. I can tell you that the psychological battle is to get Tesla to 200 again. Can it hold 200 is the question. It might get there and then drop $30 to 170 for a while. I don't know. This is why I keep urging any of you out there, if you own Tesla deep in the money calls or shares, and you haven't written any calls yet, be writing 200s or 210s for a couple of months out, giving you lots of time to decide what to do and lots of premium right now in your hand. If you've already written calls on Tesla, you've written 130s, 40s, 50s, 60s, 70s, 80s, and you are in a position to be able to roll them forward for a higher strike price, great. Whether it costs you dollars to move up in strike price, for example, you can move up maybe $35 a share in strike price for $500 a contract or $800 a contract out of pocket. It's worth it. I would do that move because if the stock does back off to 170, the 180s and 190s and 200s and 210s you're moving into will be out of the money and will quickly back off. And there's your money back, your cash back already, plus additional shrinkage. But anyway, it's up to you if you can afford it or not, whether you want to play that game. That's Tesla. We're up 627 to 196.25. SoFi down 7 to 740 down here. The low sevens is a bargain. Apple down 216. That's interesting. 152.34. HBQ down 45. Google down 119 to 104. Moderna down 280 at 170 and falling. Cisco down 52 cents. Pfizer up a dime. IBM down 148. Microsoft down 158. ME is down 7. Rocket Lab down 14. Matterport down 8.5. SmartRent down 3. Spire down half a penny. Amazon down 43 cents, Home Depot down $1.79, and Netflix up 18 cents. Vanek Vectors 378 down 378 to 245 a share. Adobe down 572, Goldman down 17 cents, Boeing is off 99 cents. Meta Platforms up $3, AMC is up 29, but the Ape shares are down a half a penny, so they're unchanged over there, but that's a 28.5-cent gain on the two combined. Royal Caribbean down 22 cents to 68.22, overpriced. Bed Bath Beyond is up 17 to 323. Avoid that stock. Carvana down 92 cents to 1353. Avoid Carvana. Robinhood down 15 cents. BlackBerry down up a half a penny now. Target down 160. JP Morgan down 51. Costco down 82 cents. Walmart down 39. Disney down 79 cents. Nvidia down $1. American Airlines down 9 cents. That's where we are at the moment. 99-point drop on the Dow, 22 on S&P, 93 on NASDAQ at the moment. That's the story. Now, Jess Jane has become a member of this channel. Jess, thank you. Welcome to Chilling with Uncle Bruce. Thank you, Jess, for coming in here. I really appreciate it. It's great to have you. I think a few of the existing members will probably welcome you in quickly. Joe, yep, would you welcome Jess Jane? That didn't take long. Welcome. Nice going. Thank you. Jess Jane, welcome to the channel here. Jess is saying, thank you. Decided to take the plunge. We'll see how we do. Well, Jess, you're one of many who've done it, and I'm glad you're here, and I hope you enjoy the camaraderie. If you have any questions, let me know, and we'll see if we can help you, or the gang here will help you out. Maria's here, welcoming you. Mandu number 5, welcome Jess Jane. JJ is in the house. Fantastic. Love this. Thank you all, and welcome to the party, kids. Here we are. All right. Beautiful stuff, everyone. Thank you. What else is going on here? Bama Babe says, I know I have brought a few people here to this channel in the new year, maybe 5 or 6. I wonder if any other long-timers have brought any others to this channel. I was talking to one of my viewers on the weekend on a one-on-one, and he mentioned that we got a Facebook page we've made that talks about your channel. And there's like 12 of us now that talk about you on our private little page. It's like our own little Discord channel, and yeah, your following is growing out here, and I thought that was pretty. It's out of Canada, And I welcome all of my Canadian viewers, being a Canadian myself. Great to have you. The majority of my viewers, so you folks know, in case you didn't know, about 65% of my viewers are from the United States, about 10% from Canada. 10% would be maybe the UK and Europe combined. That'd be another 10%. That's 85% of my viewership right there. The other 15% is around the world. And I have people from Australia, New Zealand, the Caribbean, South America, Asia. I have them from all over. And I welcome you all to this channel, no matter where you're from. I appreciate you all so much for following me and saying hi to us. Saying hi to me and my Jennifer Aniston lookalike wife that you've never seen before on camera. By the way, her hip is doing really well. We went for a walk yesterday. Again, we went for a walk the day before yesterday, and we're going for longer and longer outings now. And so it's really building here. We're excited, and we're very optimistic about how Jen's strength is coming back to her, because she was really out of shape. I mean, no endurance whatsoever going into this operation. She was not an athlete in the last 5 years coming into an operation. She had 10 years of pain and slowed down because of it. And so just a set of stairs would wind her. So, we really are building somebody back here, and it's coming. It's coming along, and we're hoping for warmer weather around here so we can go for more outings, more walks. And we apparently will hit 75 day after tomorrow. So that's the first time in a while we've got the 75. Normally we should be at 75 now, but it's been cool this winter here, cooler by 10, 12 degrees. So sometimes it's only in the 50s and it's a bit windy and it's not quite so great, but it's coming around. The days are getting longer, as you know, where you are, where we are here in the north. We are getting longer days, and so the warmer weather will come. Thank you all for your support of this channel. Welcome, Jess, from everybody. Everyone is welcoming Jess to the show, to the channel. If you too would like to be welcomed like Jess is, become a member of this channel and join this party, join this group. We'd love to have you, and we thank you for your support. It's fantastic. Great stuff, Jess. Thank you, everyone, for the warm welcome. That's what this channel does. We like to keep it PG. We hate trolls. We try to get rid of them, and that's why we have a private membership here for commentary. We've tried to avoid the trolls, and there you go. Thank you all for popping in. A lot of females watch us compared to other stock market channels. We have a very high number of women watching here compared to other channels that is male dominated, male oriented. We try to make it a family event. There's a lot of people here who are female, but you wouldn't know it by their handle, by what they refer to themselves as. So that's kind of cool too. And obvious why, because what's going on out there. But thank you. Those of you who are female, the thing to remember is if you're going to make money and make money writing options, there is no divide between what men can make and what women can make on depreciating option values. There is no difference. So the gals make as much as the guys or more. Makes no difference to that whatsoever. So no, what Jennifer likes to call no pink tax. There is no pink tax here. And of course, a lot of my viewers who are female love the fact that they can stay home and they can wear their jammies or their hoodies or their sweatshirts and their baggy pants and just hang out, and no one sees them, no one judges, and they didn't have to get all dolled up to trade options. This is the good part. Enjoy a beverage and welcome to the party, everybody. We're all equals here. It's fantastic. There you go. And Zeta State says, don't forget the most important thing about being a member of this channel at whatever membership level you join in at, the power of the neat emojis. You get to use the emojis down below, and you get to pop up the most powerful emoji that YouTube has ever seen. The neat emojis from the Knights of Neat, from our friends over at Monty Python. Not that they know this, but the neat emojis are available to be popped up here. JR knows what's going on. He's got them going. and others. Zed Estate's already got his up there. Joe K just popped up his knee emojis. The knee emoji is a powerful force that makes the stocks do what you want them to do. Whether you want the market to go up or down, you put the knee emoji up there. You want your stock to drop or go up in value, you put the knee emoji out there. It just overpowers everything. The market has no idea why. It just does what it does. And well, what can I say? Karen, I will continue arm crossing on March 17th, GameStop 20 contracts and $21 contracts. Maybe the market will have a downturn to help me out. Richard Carlin is here with the knee emojis. Karen is here. Dude is here with the knee emojis. Hopefully Jess will figure out how to get the knee emojis going from her side. TJ is here. Knee emojis are happening. Welcome all of you who are popping the knee emojis up right now. It's great to see you. See if I can I'm trying to get dudes to work, but they're not working. No, they don't always work for me. The Big E is here. Hello there. JR's got them going. Everyone is popping up. Knee emojis. Christina, please share the Facebook page. I may be able to just search it. Interested who's running it. And again, I can't tell you because that is confidential information. Someone has to voluntarily to do this if they want. Okay. Anyway, there you go. Thank you all for all of your support and being here with the knee emojis. Fantastic. Let's see if you guys can make money and have a great day today. Thank you all so very, very much. It's fantastic. Flint Creek, this channel special. No other channel has an official soap company. Let's clean this up. There you go. Flint Creek Soap Company. Cashmere is the most popular scented soap that's being offered by Flint Creek. Check out their website. How about that? Gotta love that. A lot of Christmas baskets were sent out with Flint Creek Soap Company this year. The Dow's off 173.9. We're down 24 on S&P. We're down 65 on NASDAQ. Half a percentage point is kind of where we're at right now on these indexes. That seems to be what's going on. Christina, I found it. There you go. Mirko, Christina Tiff runs it. Well, there may be more than one. There's a Discord channel, and then there are also Facebook. There's a Facebook group that has been put together, but I don't know what it's called. I don't know anything about it, and so that's all I can tell you. Sorry, says Mirko says, sorry, that's Discord. Touch grass. I'm with soap. There you go. Fantastic. Welcome all to the show. Stockmarkersbruce.ca is where you want to go if you want to learn how to write stock options from this guy. If you want to understand how stock option writing works, I have done 14 classes. There are hundreds of promoters out there and other folks out there who have put courses together. They offer monthly membership things, and you probably see ads when you come to my channel. Before you even see me, you might see someone talking to you about, hey, have you ever thought about making money? You know, there's imitators to me. If you're truly looking for information on how to write options and then be able to understand what we're all talking about here, take the classes from the guy who created them that has all these folks here. You'll probably notice also, if you do take the classes, Jennifer acts as a moderator because they're live and they're in front of actual viewers, which are these guys. And you'll hear Jennifer's voice rattle off the names of some of these folks. So-and-so asks, and you'll go, oh, yeah, I know. They're there. They're with him all the time. And now it'll sink in. You'll go, oh, I get it now. He runs these classes. He does them live. These folks go to these classes live, and then they're available on his website as a re-recording. You can watch them anytime you want. Yeah, exactly. And that's what these folks do all the time. They re-watch classes they were actually in to remind themselves about all the stuff they're learning on how options work. So become part of the party. I'd love to have you. Go SoFi, says JR. 752 up 6 cents. Let's go. And what else? Flint Creek. It absolutely has taken first place. Go Cashmere. Go SoFi. Bagel Gang. Cashmere smelling soap is the number one selling smoke. So Cashmere selling soap is the number one selling soap that Flint Creek has. How about that? There you go. I smell frying. Wing Commander, I am number, I don't know, still on heavy medication. So I'm seeing two Bruces, double the Bruce, double the fun. Oh, Wing Commander, hang in there, buddy. Hang in there. Thank you for those of you who have hit the thumbs up button. We got 159 now already in. Keep those thumbs ups coming, folks, if you can. It is much appreciated. Thank you, one and all, for that. Neat. If you're going to use the knee emojis, don't forget you have to say neat for every knee you're putting up there. And thank you all for helping out, making this market move the way it should move for you. All right. We're only down 115 on the Dow. A little recovery coming in here. S&P down 19, NASDAQ down 66. The Dow's only down the third of a point instead of a half a point. Interesting. What else is going on here? GameStop, 22.51. It's up 26 cents. ATIP, 43.9, up 1.2 cents today. Tesla, 194.52, up only 4.50 now. We've backed off a bit. SoFi, 7.54 now, up 8. So that sure looks a lot better than 4.54. 7.54 on SoFi. Come on, baby. Let's run this thing. Apple, up $2, down $2, pardon me. HPQ down 53, Google down 135, Moderna down 212, Cisco down 55, Pfizer down a nickel, IBM down 155. It's mainly red out there. We're watching a lot of different stocks. Microsoft down 88, ME down 5.5, Rocket Lab down 17, Matterport is down 5 cents, SmartRent up a half a penny, no, up a nickel actually. SmartRent is up 5 cents, and Spire's up 0.2 of a penny right now. So a couple of greens, the rest are reds. We're down 125 on the Dow. We'll see if this market turns it around or not. There's opportunities out there for you to enjoy some profits. So way to go. JR, hey, Uncle Bruce, I gave the account I gave you a thumbs up on my other account. Couldn't comment in the member only mode. Probably because you're a member on the one entity, but not the other. That's probably how it works. I don't know. YouTube probably has you registered as a member on a device. And any other devices, it doesn't have you registered as a member, but you can do thumbs ups. I think that's what's going on. That's all I know. We're up 5 on SoFi. ATIP 43.3. GameStop 22.44, up 19 cents. Let's go, baby, go. Welcome all to the party. Hope you had a great weekend this weekend. 159 thumbs ups and counting. Thank you for those. Keep those coming in if you could. Very much appreciated. If any of you would like to have a one-on-one session with me, send me an email when you can and let me know what time would work for you, either this Sunday, the Sunday after. I know I have one booked already for Sunday. I just don't know the time yet. I'm waiting for someone from Israel to let me know what time he wants, and we'll go from there. I'll hear from him, I know. Anyway, that's the deal. JR, yep, that's how it works. One account, yeah. But I did give you a thumb on my phone and computer. Weird. Yeah, thumbs ups you can give me on any device. Comments on this show you have to do through your device that's registered with YouTube as the membership device. If that makes sense, I hope it does. There you go, Christina. Oh, I wonder who that is. Who's that guy that he's wondering about from Israel? That's going to contact him for that one-on-one. Brian, all right, trying to sell a GameStop July 18 for 680. This is a rollover. I bought the covered call back for 620 last Friday. Wish me luck trying to get 680. Well, the stock's up just a titch, so, hang in there. Hope for the best. Christina, oh, I wonder who that is. JR, yeah, who's here from Israel? Who? Hands up. Who is that? We have a good friend of ours over there. GameStop up 11 cents. ATIP up 0.6. Tesla up 5.61 to 195.59. SoFi up a nickel, 7.52. Go, baby, go. What else is going on? I was going to try to tell you something else. Trying to remember what it was. I don't know if I mentioned this on this show. I don't think I did. I heard this morning that Dell is announcing a 5% layoff thing with their employees. They're getting 5% of their employees. Now, you have to understand something, kids. I've mentioned this before, but I'll mention it again. Every company out there, every large corporation, countries around the world lose 2.5% of their workers every year. We all lose 2.5% of our workers every year. Why? They retire. They become ill and can't work anymore. They die young. They just pass away, period. We have people who, are 70 and are still working and they pass away and they're gone. Typically, a work career is a 40-year thing. People usually work from age 20, 25 in the Western world, all right, until 60, 65-ish, 40 years. Some folks work 10 years, 20 years, tragically can't continue. Some work 60, 70 years, tragically have to work that long. But for the most part, the publicly traded companies out there that are located in pretty well Western democracies, we work 40 years in our lifetime. And so 2.5% a year retire. Now, the trick is to replace the 2.5% that retire with new workers. And I would imagine 3% come in, and then slowly but surely it depletes down to the 2.5% mark upon the end. I guess maybe 3.5% join and only 2.5% are left. I don't know. But in any event, if you're Dell Computers and you're announcing a 5% layoff, you could be playing a shell game with your numbers. You could be playing a game where you already have had 2% of your workforce retire in the last year. They've already left you, and you haven't replaced these guys yet. And you've now delayed rehiring people. And all you're going to do is let attrition take out the rest, because every year 2.5% of your workforce leaves anyway. And so the 5% number is a nothing burger. It might sound significant, but in reality, it may not be a big deal. The second thing I did mention this morning on my Trade Alert show, if you're a Gold Bagel member, you know this, talked about the fact that you might be an employee of a company that is doing a layoff, and you are working from home and you don't want to go back to the office. Okay, male, female, whatever. And your boss is talking to you and saying, "Hey, look, we want to get the office back. We're going to do 3 days a week, and now we're going to go 5 days a week." And you're going, "Nope, I'm with the kids now, and I'm not doing this anymore." And the boss says, "If you don't come back, we're going to have to let you go. We'll have to do a goodbye thing." And you say, "I'll tell you what, I could work for you, but I could work for you as a consultant." And the boss says, "I don't have enough work for you, and I only got like 10, 20 hours of work." And you say, "That's cool. I'd be happy to just work on a retainer. You want to hire me for 10 hours a week on a retainer? I'm available, and you can, at your beck and call, you can call me up to do this or do that or do that." And some bosses go to their head office, their top people, and go, "I have an idea. I got like 20 of my employees out of my 100 that I'm managing. 20 of them don't want to come back. I know we're getting rid of 5 of them, but 15 others don't want to come back. Why don't we consider hiring them on a retainer basis as consultants? We don't have to pay them benefits. We don't have to give them medical. We don't have to give them stock options. We don't have to give them holiday time. We'll just do a retainer deal." And the head office might say, "Not a bad idea," because the accountants at head office are going, "Well, if we turn a quarter of our work staff in certain departments that we have, they say we have 10,000 employees, if we get 4,000 of them to become consultants instead of full-time employees, we could save a ton of money. We could save a ton in benefits. We'll pay them their hourly wage. And when we don't need them, we don't hire them. This is great. We turn the spigot on and off as we need the work." For the employee, the contractor is going, "This is great. I got 10 hours a week with my former bosses. I got 30 hours a week to work for anyone else I want. And I used to get paid, salary was $28 an hour, but then I had $8 in benefits, $36 an hour. I'm just charging $40 an hour for my consultancy service, or I charge $50 an hour flat rate, 10 hours a week. So instead of hiring me for 40 hours or 37 and a half, 10 hours, $50 an hour, $500 a week, $2,000 a month." You make that deal with company number 1. Now you're out there looking for company number 2, 3, and 4. You got 10 hours a week for each of them if they want to do it. Or you may have one company take you for all 30. You may have one company takes you for 15. Another company takes you for 15. Now you got 40 hours. You decide, and they decide. You work it out. And then you figure out, if I can get $50 an hour for 40 hours a week, that's $2,000 a week coming in, $50 an hour. Working from home, this is what I want. I have variety. That's what I want. I'm not stuck in the same monotonous job. I've got 3 monotonous jobs, or one really interesting job, one kind of interesting, and one monotonous. But combined, I'm making 2,000 a week. I can tolerate this, and I'll get my own benefits. Thank you very much. That might be what's happening and could be going on here as a new normal this next 5 years. Don't be surprised if this becomes very much common with people you know and have heard of and have talked to, that this is possibly the new normal. Now, for some folks, they're going to go, yeah, I was getting, 28 in money and I was getting 8 in benefits and they're only offering me $40 in a thing. And I don't know if I should take that deal or not. And they want 20 hours of my time and Well, what I say is get on your horse and hit the Rolodex and see if you can find other work that's better than that. You might take their deal and say, I'll do a 3-month deal with you. I'll give you 15 hours a week, $40 an hour for 3 months. And then we'll both review it. In the meantime, you are on the prowl for better paying work. So you may find that company number 2 is paying you $50 an hour and they want 10 hours of your time. And company number 3 is paying $50 an hour and are willing to give you 20 hours of your time. And you realize I can work 50 hours or I can get rid of company number 1 that's only paying me 40. I'll just work for these guys at 50 and only work 30 hours a week. I'll do that. Others might surprise you and you realize, no, I can ask for 60, 65 an hour. I can get 80 an hour. Because a temp agency that replaces me temporarily, like on mat leave, they charge $80 an hour to the company and the company pays it. I'm $80 an hour now. And you may find that 2 companies give you 30 hours a week at 80 an hour. That's 2,400 a week. You used to work 40 hours for 2,000 a week. Now you're working 30 for 2,400. That's the new normal. That's happening as well. So some of you who are option traders, you're writers, you're finding that this is great, Bruce. I love writing options, but I also love my work, and I found a way to diversify my work income from different employers, and I'm really enjoying it. And I'm doing my option writing here at home as well, and it's great. And bringing in 2,000 a week, 2,500 a week from the work side of it, and then I'm writing options, and we're making 2, 3, 4, 5 grand a month doing that. Oh, this has been a huge change in lifestyle for us. And there you go. 40, 50,000 in debt starts disappearing awful fast when you got an extra 5 grand coming in every month. These debits get replaced with credits. And this is what it's all about. It's about you taking control of your life and making it work for you, not for somebody else. It's got to work for you first. And this is where you maximize what you're worth. Congratulations, those of you who made this happen. Keep it going. Fantastic. What's going on here? Beach Boy, hey, I'm number 174. What did I miss? Nothing much, sir. We really haven't been talking very much about anything in particular, although one of us was curious whether you were going to join one of us for a one-on-one this coming Sunday. And if you were going to be joining one of us for a one-on-one, we were curious, what time did you want? So I can slot that away from others and lock you in. But other than that, there's nothing going on. All right. Susan, which lesson talks about the 90-10 rule? I have classes 1 to 8. Class 8 at the very end just touches on the 90-10. I know it's a simple rule, but I love the class that explains it. Wing Commander, foreign currencies really took a beating against the US dollar. Euro briefly reached 110 last week. Now 107 does not look like a lot for currencies, but this is big. This is big. Lesson 11 talks about the 90-10 rule, says BP. Wing Commander, Susan, check out the Poor Man Cover Call Locator on Discord. Susan Shop's about BP. Thank you very much. Susan, Wing Commander, haven't signed up for Discord yet. I'm not as young as most of you folks. It takes me longer to set myself up laughing out loud. Wing Commander, I am an old fart, but maybe it is just cough medication speaking. Maybe that's what it is. Deep value, I wouldn't recommend it, Susan. Wing Commander, if you need help setting up, I could help you. A deep value, I think an option contract with a delta of 0.95 would be at the 90-10 rule, I think. Oscar Davila, 178 thumbs up. Bruce, you're only 22 away from 200. You're going to get 200 thumbs ups on this show. You're getting them. Susan, really having problems with this AM on my internet Wi-Fi connections. Need to figure out backup to when connection fails. Not being able to react to my options if stock prices really move. This is not good. Lorraine, lesson number 11 is the one you want. Lesson 11. Watch the first 10, then watch 11, 12, 13, and 14. Figure it out. Yes, we're up down 180 on the Dow again. 24-point drop on the S&P. NASDAQ down 67. Half a percentage point approximately is what we're off on these markets. That's all it is. It doesn't look like much. Headline, chances of a 5% plus Fed funds rate by May jumps to 73% after surprisingly strong jobs report for January. I don't think this was a mystery going in anyway, but whatever. There it is. It is being talked about. Nazareth Bruce, 179, 21 to go, and you've got 200 thumbs up. Thank you, Nazareth Beach Boy. Noon, please. Noon, please. Take that 12 o'clock noon off the board, and you now have a 10 o'clock in the morning time available and a 2 o'clock time available. All right, I got you written in here, Beach Boy. You're there. And we're there, and we'll get together. Looking forward to it. One-on-ones. You might notice that from time to time, people ask me for one-on-ones through here that are regulars of the show that write a lot of options. And you ask yourself, why do these people keep doing one-on-ones with this guy? They're writing a whole bunch of contracts. It's not like they're trying to get from 2 to 3 or 5 to 6. These folks are, they're writing a lot of contracts. Now, the answer is self-evident. You always upgrade your skills. And, why is it that top tennis players that make millions of dollars a year winning tennis tournaments still have coaches? Why do the top golfers of the world still have golf coaches? Why? That's why. Here we are. This is Beach Boy doing what Beach Boy does best. Never stays still. And the markets are always moving. We have to come up with ideas. There you go. Anyway, those of you who want to be successful, just a thought. I'm just throwing it out there. Start with the classes. Okay. All right. But Brian, GameStop is a little pop here. Up 18 cents. Keep it up, and I'll be a proud seller of a covered call. I still believe selling covered calls is the absolute blast, no matter what Uncle Bruce says. I love selling covered calls. Okay. Hector, neat, Beach Boy. Sorry, I fell asleep. It's okay. Mirko, Susan, you could set limit orders to buy back at 50, 60, 70% profit or whatever you want to protect you from Wi-Fi failures. Deuce Caboose, number 185. You are 15 away, Bruce, from 200 thumbs ups. Your viewers are going to get you 200 thumbs ups. You only need 15 more. Thank you, Deuce Caboose. Susan shops about deep value. Yes, I do the deltas at 95. I have a formula from another source where you always need to know the call you write before you pick your leap. Doing formula protects you from losing money on buybacks. Deuce Caboose, Uncle Bruce, should I write calls on SoFi? Just kidding. Want to get your blood pressure up right now. Deep value. Susan shops about smart move. Coyote, Deuce Cabooski smiling. Where are we on the SoFi? Oh, we're up 16 cents on SoFi. 7.62 on SoFi on the way to 10, 12 bucks. On the way. And then you'll be writing options 14s, 15s, 16s, 18s. Oh, gosh, it's going to be juicy. Juicy. Oh, the amount of money you guys are going to make. And it's not far away. Not far away at all. I'm excited for you guys on SoFi. Now all we need is Rocket Lab to go to $10, $12 and Matterport to go to $12, $15. Come on, you guys, let's go. Isn't Matterport sitting on 400 million cash? I thought it was that one, wasn't it? Or was it Smart Rent? I think they're both sitting on a lot of money. Unbelievable. GameStop up 20 cents. The Dow off 148. S&P down 18. NASDAQ down 43 points. Oil down is only up 12 cents now. Oil's only up 12. 73.49. We're falling back on oil now. All right. Interesting stuff, kids. We are coming into the final half hour of this show, final 20 minutes, and we've got thumbs ups coming in here. Let me double check the number now. I see thumbs up 191 now. Thank you for 191 thumbs ups. for this show. It is much appreciated. 193 now. We're only 7 away from 200, guys. Thank you. That is fantastic. Justin, I will get a hold of you. Very good, very good, very good, very good. And we'll talk to you about a one-on-one. I'll get back to you, Justin, after my show's done here, and we'll get you figured out. Okay, just stand by, sir, and we'll figure this out. Any of you out there who are looking for a one-on-one, let me know with an email that you'd like to have one, so that I can get a hold of you between shows and get you figured out, whether it's this Sunday or next Sunday or the Sunday after that. And we'll slot you in for one of those slots, and we'll get together and we'll compare notes. We'll get you more educated on what's going on here and help you make more money if that's possible. Is that even possible to make you guys even more successful? I don't know. Is it truly possible? You folks are so successful now. I don't know. We'll try. We'll try. Interesting stuff. Tesla's still up $4 at 194. Microsoft down 130. Pfizer off 14. HPQ down 68. Google is off 192 to 103.30 today. And we'll watch that. Tons of fun. GameStop up 16 cents right now. GameStop 16 cents to the good. All right. Susan Shop's about, yes, I need to set good till cancel limit orders. Thanks for reminding me. Sean and Wendy, God is amazing. We are 192 on your thumbs up meter, Bruce. 8 to go for you. Neat. Right on. Thank you guys for letting me know what number you are. And the knee emoji's right behind it. Man, that's awesome. A double whammy. You gotta love that. We got 194 now showing. So a couple more thumbs up seems to have clipped in here, creeping in. 6 to go. And we've got 200 plus thumbs ups. Thank you all for helping me get to that level, break that level. 195 now, 5 to go on the thumbs up meter. Thank you all so much. This is good stuff. Carlos, I am done with my body exercise routine. Now it is mental exercise strategy with Uncle Bruce. There you go. First the body, then the mind. Ooh, I like that. Thank you all. Head over to this website if you want to become an option writer. Step number 1, head over there immediately. Get your hands on some of these classes and figure out how we do this. Take control of your financial existence and make it happen. I can't say it any clearer than that. Can you? Is there another way I can say it? I don't know how else to say it. Anyway, does anyone have a suggestion on how I could say that better? I don't know. I see these, like I said before, I see these ads all the time on on my channel. I'll watch someone else's YouTube channel just to kind of see who's doing what, and I'll click on it and I'll get an ad on how to become a smart investor, or how to pick the right stock. A lot of these ads, though, talk about options, buying options, not writing them, but buying options. And I keep asking myself, should I bother with any kind of a commercial for my classes to grow my channel as well with this? Or should I just do it the way I'm doing it, where word of mouth slowly but surely brings in new viewers and people come through here? I don't know. I'm always asking that question about whether I should do any more than I'm doing now. I don't know. Anyway, let's see what's going on here. Financial mischief. Boom, my limit order just hit. I picked up 19 more GameStop Jan 25 10s. I have 90 now. 90 deep in the money calls. This is pretty cool stuff, Financial Mischief. Way to go. This is exciting. 90 deep in the money calls to write on. Let's go to the party, pal. This is incredible. When Financial Mischief rolls over 90 calls at $4 a call, income coming in, that's $36,000 coming in the front door. How much you giving back? Not $36,000, less. Thank you. Way to go. That is cool bean stuff. Financial, you know what I'd love to know is how many were you writing, like, I don't know, what's the growth curve for you? How many were you writing like 6 months ago or a year ago? How did you move from where you were to where you are? to 90? That I would love to know. If you want to share with us, that'd be great. I'm excited for you. I really am. This is fabulous stuff. Interesting stuff. Yeah, I don't know. The other thing that I've noticed, maybe some of you are aware of this. I don't know. I do notice from time to time, I will see like a notice or a promotion for a financial kind of a seminar where like you come to like Vegas and you come to so and so room in one of the casinos, and it's like 1,000 people who come into this, and then there's like 5 speakers, or there's like 10 rooms in the convention center, and there's like 20 speakers over 3 days. I kind of wonder if I should do anything like that, if I should actually go out there and talk to people in person at one of these kinds of events and talk about what we do here, to help promote the channel and the classes and the one-on-ones. And I don't know. I don't know if there's anything for that. I could be dreaming. Mirko Ungrams, I guess the question is, how much would it cost you to run a commercial on YouTube? Well, there's the question too. If I spend $10, for every $10 I spend, someone buys a class, or is it every $50 I spend, someone buys a class, or is it every $100 I spend, does someone buy a class? Where is the return level? I don't know. I've never done it, and so I have no idea, and I don't know quite where to turn for real advice on something like that. It's kind of like you wing it, and I don't know if I want to buy ads on YouTube. I feel yucky taking an ad on YouTube when I'm already a YouTuber and trying to get people to watch my channel by buying advertising to promote my channel. You know what I'm saying? If I only talk about the classes, then I direct them to the website. Click here to go to the website. Well, they go to the website, and then at the website, I talk about YouTube channel. I guess I could do that. I'm torn with this. I really don't know what to make of it. Home Skillet, Bruce, 201 thumbs up, buddy. You got your 200, and now you have 201 thumbs ups. Thank you, everybody, for coming to the rescue. Every time I ask you to help out this channel and get us over 200 thumbs ups, you do it. Flint Creek, what about a stock cruise? How about a stock cruise? Financial Mischief. In this account, I started trading October 27th, 2022. How long ago is that? What's that, 3 months? November, December, January, 3 months and 10 days. My growth has been exponential. I have nothing but time to grow this account. So I'm okay with selling slightly in the calls for August to December 23. If there is a big pop, I may roll out a month down a strike to pull in the higher premiums. Wow, that's awesome, man. This is awesome. Mirko, I mean, you could make a real good commercial and air it next Sunday. Would only cost you $7 million for 30 seconds. Yeah, that little football game. I could make a commercial and put it on there and promote the channel and the classes. Jen, what do you think? I could do a Super Bowl commercial.
I'm sure they have space still open.
Yeah, they would.
For those last minute people.
They'd love to take I'd give them an IOU, the first 7 million in classes that were purchased.
Straight to you.
I'll send it to you.
Straight to you.
How about I do it in $1,000 increments? No problem.
Do you know what I love now? Is that we now have trailers for commercials. So you see a little 8-second, 15-second blurb, and then 2, 12, 23. A trailer for a commercial. I love it.
Oh, man.
So I didn't come in to feed you.
No.
I came in with big news.
Big
news.
News from Auntie Jen. Are you ready? Are you sitting down?
See these? See those bags under his eyes? Those are going to be gone tomorrow. You know why?
Tomorrow?
Yeah. Because tonight, for the first time, drum roll, since the end of December, you get to sleep on the right side of the bed.
Ooh, we're switching sides.
We're going back. We're going back.
We're going back to our usual side of the bed.
Isn't it funny how it just gets ingrained in you that this is my side of the bed?
Yeah,
Yeah,
we had to switch sides because this electronic cooling machine with the hose that goes into the thing that goes beside her hip to keep it cool. We had to have it on the one side of the bed because it's on the one side of the hip here.
because of the hip. Yeah,
And now that Jen is doing that during the day, and she'll have that on just right up till bedtime.
yeah,
And then
and that's been working.
we take it off, and now she just comes to bed without that unit. And then in the morning, she turns the unit back on again. So,
Yeah.
okay.
So I still come to bed with a very cold butt.
Yeah, a cold side, a cold rear end, because the swelling is being kept nice and low.
Oh, the machines! I love the machines.
It's incredible.
The machine's never leaving my side.
This thing is a miracle worker.
It's
Yeah.
so good.
So we are switching tonight.
The cold and the compression.
Back,
What?
going back to the side I'm used to. It's been since December 28th.
29th.
Well, no, the 28th was the last time. The 29th you had the operation.
Did we go the night before?
No, it was the day of you went, and then we're home. You were home that night.
Yeah, and we slept. That was the first night that we slept on the other side.
Yeah, so the 28th was the last time.
Oh, it was the last time we
the
slept.
last
Yeah.
time. So it's been a long time, man. I haven't slept very well
After
since
4
then.
decades, you just kind of get used to
Yeah,
someone
after
being on the right side.
40-something years, you kind of go, yeah, I kind
You've
of
been on
miss
the
my
wrong side this whole time.
kind of miss my side of the bed. You know what I'm saying? This is great. That is good stuff, man.
There you go.
We went for a walk yesterday. We went for a walk the day before yesterday.
We've been going for a walk just about every day.
We were doing it sort of every second day, and now we did 2 days in a row.
But I am
so it's
a
kind
bit of a weenie that depending on how bad the air quality is, I don't want to go out.
Yeah, yesterday was kind of windy around here. It was quite dusty north of us, about 2 miles north of us by the highway. It was really bad because there's a lot of undeveloped desert land up there. So if it's windy, the dust just
the sand gets in the air.
We're down where we are in developed Palm Desert and Rancho Mirage. You have golf courses with grass, and you have sand traps, but the sand they're using, it doesn't blow off very easily. So we don't have as much but we still didn't want to go out yesterday and walk outside because it gets in your eyes and in your lungs, and the particulates are just
when it gets in your lungs, it never goes away.
It won't go out. We're limiting ourselves to that kind of exposure. So we went to the shopping mall yesterday. We went for a drive.
Yeah.
We walked the mall, nice and easy.
It used to be a Westfield mall, and now it's just
the town center.
The shops.
The shops at Palm Desert. The former Westfield Mall. And there are many former Westfield malls in America now.
Yeah.
But this place was hopping. It was active.
There were a lot of people there, and I think for the same reason that you can't go
yucky out. So let's go to the mall and walk around the mall.
And it's in some ways it's odd because there are stores that have been there
for decades.
For 3 decades, yeah.
Yeah, since
the same spot.
Since Jen Jr. was in high school in 2005.
And then there's other stores that are not that many dark stores, but stores that you can tell are temps.
Oh yeah, there are very few vacancies right now.
Yeah.
I think what they've done, and kudos, I believe the mall was purchased by the city of Palm Desert. And I believe it's being run by an agency hired by Palm Desert, the city, to run it. And I think the attitude is, let's fill them all up with stores, even temp stores, so that this is a community mall to come to. And so if there are mom and pop stores in here, and they look professional and so on, then that'll be great. We'll allow that. Whereas with Westfield, it used to be chain stores only through our entire system.
Yeah.
And if you weren't a chain store, don't even bother coming to see us. Well, that's changed because of the way it's gone. But this mall was extremely active yesterday.
Very active.
The food court was hopping yesterday. It was very interesting to watch that. So that was good to see.
It's got the theaters attached to it. I'm sure they're
movie
doing
theaters.
well.
There's movie theaters with folks, and then there was I think there's a Gold's Gym attached to the place.
Right.
There are medical offices there, and
get a tattoo.
You can get tats. We could have got tats, but we didn't. We decided against getting tats.
Maybe just my hand Right, like that
I
one.
hate just like Iron Mike. I could have Jen, I could have like something from Jen on the side of my face, like Iron Mike has on his face.
Right.
I'd stand out in the YouTube crowd with one of those. Yeah.
They'd see you.
They
would see you.
I'd be
There
noticed.
you go.
I'd be noticed. Well, thank you for that.
Okay, I'm gonna go do my exercise.
Breaking
now.
news announcement.
Yeah, breaking news. I moved your pillow.
Oh,
That's right. Get on your own side pillow.
It's happening.
It's happening.
Oh my gosh. Okay, Jen,
Okay.
thank you for that.
Bye.
I'll see you for a little nibble a little later.
Hi, everybody. Bye, everybody.
Yeah, go Rugman.
Go, Rugman.
Go Rugman. Right on, Jen. That's cool stuff. That is awesome. Yeah, we're coming around here. Absolutely fantastic. A big pop. I may roll out a month and down at strike, bull at higher premiums. Talk about both. Facebook is a great advertising platform. Financial started with 35 grand in this account for what it's worth. JR, I think your best advertising would be for us to put messages on other channels. Yes, I don't know if that's not kosher. That's really not cool. John Anderson, hello, Jen. Deuce Caboose, I needed Rocket Lab to drop, and it's dropping. This isn't normal for Deuce. Maria, those machines are wonderful. Those iceberg machines are fantastic. Lorraine, buying SoFi right now. We've got, let's see what we got right now. Hang on. Let's go up here. We are at right now on SoFi. Hang on. We're right now at 738 down 7. Tesla is up 222. ATIP up 0.3 of a penny. GameStop down 8. Okay. But buying SoFi on the cheap, why not? But my goal was always to get to 100 in the money call, says Financial Mischief. So I will actually be switching to the conservative side to get the last 10. That way, when I really start rolling my calls, I can pull in premiums and start picking off the in-the-money written calls while bringing in cash. Right on, right on. Beach Boy, never thought I'd say that. Anti-Gen AG, rise of the machines. Home skill, Ungerbers, if you're going to make a commercial, you might want to use that AI chat thing. It's still free, I think. Larry Titus, good morning. Jen, dude, good morning, Jen. Well, I'm open to whatever advice I can get. I've talked to a number of people about it. I've talked for like a year about this, and I've just done nothing. I've just done absolutely nothing. I have a LinkedIn page for myself and the channel. Like I promote the channel on a LinkedIn. I don't know if it does anything. But I don't do anything on it. I did have a Facebook page for Stock Markets with Bruce, but I don't do anything on it because Facebook was a waste of my time. All the work I did on it, you get nothing. I didn't feel I got anything out of it. I used to do Twitter. I don't do much on that anymore. I really, don't. So I'm not sure. I don't quite know what's going on. Mirko says, hey, Uncle Bruce, I just sold 3 Tesla long calls. I had one January 2025 100. I had one June 2025 100. I had one June 2025 95 call. I bought 4 June 2025 140s for 0 money, and I immediately sold a September 210 at 34.49. So I did go from 3 to 4 leaps. There you go. Rock and roll. Okay. Mirko, and I made $3,200 during the process. Giddy up. Nice job. Bama Babe, ME earnings are on Wednesday. Watch a new documentary this past weekend where 23andMe was talked about as the best place to go for DNA tracking. Don't forget about ME, laughing out loud, and there you go. ME, 23andMe is the kind of a stock that one day will be $2 and something cents a share, $2.59 like it is right now, and then a week later $6.80, and a week later $14, because the genetics and the DNA and the drug patents that these guys are going to be part of are going to overwhelm everything, and the street is going to be jumping in on the idea that, wow, these guys could be involved in 20 different drugs in the next 2 years. There could be 20 new patents coming out that these guys are a part of, and they have a sliver of all of these drugs. This thing is potentially a pharmaceutical monster, and they don't have to pay any money to make these drugs. They don't have to build facilities to make these drugs. They just get an overriding royalty on the sales. Talk about a free ride. I am convinced that there's a reason why 23andMe has been acquired by the people who run it and the people that they've attracted. There have been huge shareholders, multi-billionaire shareholders who bought into this thing, and they just don't care about the day trading on it. They don't even pay attention to it. They just go, yeah, I got $20 million worth of this at $10 a share, and don't even care, because this stuff's going to $100 a share. I'm going to make 10 times my money on this, 20 times my money, because I'm in it for a decade. Those of you out here, right here, hello, you can score it at 259 and just put it away, and wait for the first announcement. Because when the very first drug is announced with the royalty factor that they have, then the analysts will come out and go, well, the stock's at $6, but they've got like 25 other patents that are on the verge, and there could be 100 behind that. In 10 years, they could be involved in 200 different drugs. A sliver of each one of them. Just think of the trillions of dollars of drugs sold globally that these guys will have a sliver of. The largest DNA database in the world. I mean, it's all there. It's all there. But it's kind of like Tesla. They were a private company, and Elon was trying to make a little convertible sedan electric car with Fiat or whoever it was. He was using Renault in Europe and trying to put the battery system in. And then he created his own car. And, it took years and years, and the doubters were everywhere. Oh, the people slamming this guy. And then he went public at 24, and people are all ripping off the investors. Anyone stupid enough to buy this. And it went up to $70, $80. Oh, you're idiots. Oh, you guys are idiots. And he just watch. Here's the Model S. Here's the Model X. Yeah, the gull wing doors. We had some problems with the gull wing doors. We fixed it. They're fine now. No one talks about the gull wing doors anymore. And then the Model 3 came out, and oh, lordy, $45,000, $50,000 car with $100 deposit. Are you kidding me? $100 deposit, and they had 500,000 orders. And then the cars came out, and they bought them. They didn't give up the $100 deposit. They bought the damn car. And holy cow, the Model Y. And here we go. And that's 20 years. That's Tesla, 20 years. Right there. 23andMe, been around for 10 years. Private company, SPAC 2 years ago. Here we are, on the verge. Just one announcement away of the first royalty deal for ME. Just one. They've got royalty arrangements. Just one drug gets through the FDA, through the Drug Administration. Just one, just the first one. There will be dozens and dozens and dozens. We're waiting for the first one. It's kind of like, Neil Armstrong walking on the moon. Oh yeah, we've done that. We'll see what happens. All right, Flint Creek. The key to building an audience is lead generation, getting an email list to market with value content and keep growing it. Bama Babe, I have been scooping it up. Drew, red is the new green. Smiling. Flint, I will see if I can put ideas in an email for you. Financial Mischief. I have 31 SoFi Jan 24 250s. I bought them a while ago, and I've just been sitting on them. I'm up 105% on these. BP, what is happening with Spire? What's going on with Spire? Is it going to go higher? What? 118. They keep signing contracts for satellite management, data management on satellites. They're just going to be a slow motion utility company that eventually will have so many hundreds of clients and so many gazillions of dollars coming in every month that you never fire Spire. You never get rid of these guys. It's like your cable company. You might have used them for TV. Now you use them for the internet. You never fire the cable company. You never fire the electric company. You never fire the water company. You don't fire Spire. You don't. If you're in the satellite management business, you got satellites up there, you need a Spire. You need one of these companies called Spire something. This one here is growing and growing and growing. And New York Stock Exchange and the market as a whole doesn't know anything about it. 99.9999% of the world does not know who Spire is and what they do. all we need is 1% of the world to know who they are. They will. Sooner or later, they will, and the stock will be gone. And then there will be people out there going, oh, yeah, I remember those guys. Yeah, I never did buy that, though. I never believed in them. Never thought they'd make it. It's a winner chicken dinner, but you got to have patience, kids. You got to stick around for the show. There's the deal. You got to stick around for the show. We have 212 thumbs ups today, and I can't thank you enough for that. Thank you for a Monday. With a down day to start the week, we got 212 thumbs ups, 206-point downdraft on the Dow at the moment. We're down 38 points on S&P, 144 on NASDAQ. We're down 0.6 of a percentage point on the Dow, 0.93 on S&P, and 1.2% on the NASDAQ exchange. Oil is now negative 38 cents a barrel, 72.95. We're looking to go under 70. Guess what happens under $70? Do you remember? Do any of you folks remember what happens under $70 a share? The American government starts buying up oil to replenish the oil in the strategic reserve. You'd think that knowing that this barrel would be 80 to $100 a barrel all the time. It would never go under 70. But America only needs, 150 million barrels? I forgot how many millions it needs to replenish the amount. Oil is available everywhere. How much do you want? It's available like you can't believe. Alberta is drowning in oil. Can't get it out of the province fast enough. Not enough pipelines. There's oil in Saudi Arabia that is dying to go to market. There is oil in Russia dying to go to market. There's oil from African countries dying to go to market. Not enough demand. The shills for the oil company will tell you different. They'll try to scare you off. But we're at $73 a barrel, under $73 a barrel for a reason. That's because there's lots of this stuff. That's all I'm saying. There you go. Anyway, fun times at the OK Corral. 213 thumbs ups. Thank you, guys. Much appreciated. Lorraine, I just bought 200 so far. I just got 200. 739. I'm picking this off. Here we go. Picking up Spire, picking up SoFi, picking up 23andMe, picking up Sixtera, picking up ATIP at 43.1 cents a share. Picking them up. Yep. Got some loose change lying around. You got $430 lying around. Buy 1,000 ATIP. Average down. Take this stuff away. Take it away. That's all it takes. We're at 191 on Tesla, up 147. So we had that run to 198. Now we're back to 191. Congratulations, those of you who've been able to do Tesla writing on calls. Well done, everybody. Down goes the stock. Well done. Profits are going to be made on the downside. Very interesting what's going on here. Really interesting. Nice trade. Financial Mischief says home skillet on these trades. Well done, all. Congratulations, everybody, for being here. Thank you guys for hanging out. Today's a busy day for me. I got 2 shows done. The first one, the pre-show. This one is just about done. I got the 3 o'clock show coming up. That's my 3rd show. And then at 7 o'clock tonight, Traveling with Bruce. 8 o'clock tonight, Traveling with Bruce. 2 more. So I only do 5 live shows today. This is show number 2. We're finishing up. Join me this afternoon at 3 o'clock Eastern for the final hour of trading in today's market. In the meantime, those of you who need to take classes, get yourselves over to the website right there, stockmarketswithbruce.ca. Get your butts over there, grab some classes and start watching them and figure out how to write options and join our friends here. Lorraine, pick up, join Financial Mischief, join Bama Babe, join Mirko, Dude, join Larry, join Beach Boy. Join Lorraine, join Maria Powell, Deuce Caboose, join John Anderson, JR, join all kinds of these guys over here and become successful. Sean and Wendy, God's amazing. I'm just rattling off folks I know write options. I just Susan Shops about. I know these guys write options. Mirko, Hector, Brian, join these guys and become part of this party, part of this family over here. Join the channel as a member. Take the classes, start writing options, and make some dough and change your life forever, because you'll be doing this for the rest of your life. Very, very exciting times. And we're excited. 21.90. We're down 35 cents on GameStop, giving up some ground. Down 188 on the Dow. 36-point drop on S&P. Nasdaq down 139. That's what we've got going on right now. Nice trade there. Financial. Deuce. My dad's been buying SoFi for months now. Got a call from my mom this morning, and now she wants in. Who would have thunk this? Deuce, 1,000 shares for Deuce's mom. Rock and roll. Bama Babe, neat. Pulse Guitar, soon adding more GameStop. Financial Mischief, Home Skillet, thank you. Way to go, everybody. Congratulations, all of you. Just take your time, scoop up these shares, take them off the market from sellers dumb enough to sell them. What can I say? I don't know. Can't help these people. Pulse Guitar, probably a total of 6 GameStop lots going shares over Leap, so it'll take a little longer, but no big problem there. Beach Boy Rocket Lab at 503, 504. Thank you very much. I'll take that. Brian, PlayStation 5 has their best quarter yet for sales. WHO sells. Who sells consoles and had lots of inventory? Big GameStop, maybe? Yeah, maybe they're doing okay on this stuff. We're at $22 a share on GameStop, down a quarter. And ATIP at 43.2, up 4/10 of a penny. We got Tesla at 224. Gaining at 192.22. Tesla up a little. SoFi 738, down 7 cents, scooping it up. Powell speaks tomorrow. I don't think the markets move until he speaks. That gives you folks time to scoop up cheap stock and get ready to write options and make money. That's it. Those who write options around here have cash flow. Those who have cash flow buy cheap stock all the time. It's just a self-fulfilling prophecy around here. Why not let the option players fund your activities and your life? They want to. JR, where else can you get bedroom news and stock market news and in plain English? Right here, folks. You know that Bruce is going to shift slides on his bed tonight. Those bags under his eyes are going to disappear. He's going to sleep like a log finally. Stock Markets with Bruce. What a channel. Learning everything about everything. If you wanted to know what it was like to get a hip replacement, hang around here for the last 5 weeks and you understood a lot about what it's like to get a hip replacement. We'll do it again next year. We got another one being replaced, so you can hang around here too. How about that? Okay, thank you guys. I got to go. I'll see you this afternoon at 3 o'clock, okay? 213 thumbs ups. Thank you for those. And have a great rest of your morning. I'll leave you with a few knee emojis, just to give you some more emojis, emotion, some more promotion, some more momentum. JR and Yoko Ono too. Don't forget that. Here we go. Neat. Here we go with the knee emojis. Hardest working YouTuber I know is this guy, Uncle Bruce. Maria Powell, thank you for these knee emojis. Maria, keep them coming out there. Neat. Bama Babe, knee emoji time. Here we go, Bruce. Knee emojis. From Bama Babe. John Anderson, thank you, buddy. Beach Boy, knee emojis, neat. They're coming from everywhere here. Deep Value, hitting the knee emojis. Pulse Guitar, knee emojis. Moonman Moo, put knee emojis. Spicy Android, Maria Powell, here they come. Curling Rocks, get out of the way. Hard. Sell my house fast enough for Marlboro. Brian, they're coming in here. Larry Titus, have a good afternoon, folks. I'll be in the dentist chair again today and tomorrow. Oh, no. Home Skillet. Larry Titus, thanks, buddy, for the knee emojis. Hang in there today, pal. John Gill is here. Knee emoji time. JR, neat. Dean, neat. Oh, we're having fun. John Gill, neat emojis. Cool times. Dean, did you have fun on our 101? Did you have fun this weekend? John Anderson, neat. Yes, sir. We are trying to run this market to the moon. Thank you, John Anderson, and everyone else. Kareem is here. Neat. That's it. There's no stopping the knee emoji attack. It's happening. Thank you, everybody. Drive YouTube computers crazy. Just drive them up the wall. Dean loved it. Learned a lot. Learned a ton. Yeah, we went a little long on our session, didn't we? Went a little longer. But it was worth it, wasn't it? Yeah, it was good. Really appreciated seeing you. And I love it when my viewers make money. Keep it going, guys. Thank you. Have a great session for now. I'll see you at 3 o'clock this afternoon for the final hour. And we'll talk to you then, everybody. Thank you. Richard, neat. We'll see you soon, guys. Bye for now.